In this video, we're doing a build overview of what could be my new favorite TRX4M build. This is built around the RNDRC chassis, which was actually a gift to me from my friend Ruben over at RC Reloaded. So big shout out to Ruben for turning me onto this chassis because I really like it. We've also got some really nice supporting components on here, brand new at the time of this recording. We got the V2 Meus Racing axles, new Mofo servo, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's jump in, we'll do a quick overview of the build, and then we're gonna go hit the rocks and have some fun to see how it works. Check out the exterior on this thing. So super sharp. So Ruben sent this to me. It came with the purple trimmed IR60 cab here and the chassis, which we'll get into in a minute. So I went with kind of the purple aesthetic here. I'm a big fan of purple. It's one of my favorite colors. I love purple builds. So I stuck with the purple cab here. Put on the Enduro 1.3 rainbow beadlock wheels wrapped in the Klingon tires, the big Klingon tires here. These are a big tire, but they still clear with minimal rubbing here. From an aesthetic on the outside, I think this thing came out great. That these wheels and the body and everything matches. I went with the gold servo. The motor is color matched. So with this build, I tried to do a cohesive theme all the way throughout, which is something I'm trying to do with my builds more often now. One of the things I really like about this chassis and the body kit is how clean the lines are. So you see the IR60's trimmed to match these angled sliders here. The front is trimmed and everything too. The nose is wide open here. I'd like to do something different with the nose. It looks kind of just missing there, which I guess kind of has to be, but maybe I'll pinch that a little more. I don't know, but I like to clean up the front a little bit, but the side profile on this looks amazing. It's held on with magnets front and in the rear. It's got a good fit to it. I do find that hitting that nose will knock the body off, but it stays on for the most part. Underneath here, you can see very minimalistic chassis here from RNDRC. It's a one-piece printed design. He has some variations on his site that you can check out. Different materials, some different sliders now, I believe, but this one's all just one printed piece. Super simple build because of that, because everything is attached. You basically just drop the motor and your skid plate in. You got one spot for your shocks and you're pretty much good to go. So this whole thing was super easy to build. For a power plant on this, I went with the Enduro Purple Viper, again, going with the purple aesthetic. I really would have liked to have fit the Fat Viper in here, but you can see the front body mounts here, not enough tolerance for that larger motor. So you got to have a small motor to fit in here. This has worked out okay. I've got the MBL 32 ESC on here. You'll see from the run footage that this thing's kind of giving me some issues. I don't know if I need to program it. Might have to go in and check out the programming on it, but it's not giving me the crawling that I'm really looking for, especially when I get up against an obstacle and put some resistance to it. So I've got some work to do with the electronics on here, but I want to keep the Purple Viper for the aesthetic of this build. Some of the supporting components on this build. So for my first time running these Proline TRX4M big bore oil filled shocks, I got these on clearance months ago and they finally shipped. They felt pretty stiff initially, but on the build they seem to work really well. Running 35 weight in here again, which is kind of heavy for how stiff I felt like the springs were. They do come with some optional springs, but those were very stiff. So I'm gonna run this as is for now. It seems to be pretty well composed and works pretty well. For steering, I've got the new Mofo Black Label 2.0, the brass version. This is a nice, strong, fast servo from Mofo RC. One of many new servos in the Mofo lineup. Again, went with the gold. I figured gold kind of matches the purple. I like how it looks. For linkage and things underneath here, so I just did the standard TRX4M Defender and Bronco length links. I was contemplating doing the high trail wheelbase because I like the longer rear end on the TRX4M, but I don't know if you get the proper shock geometry in the rear if you were to extend that rear end out. So I left it as is. It looks a little scrunched with the big tires and things, but it performs pretty well. Stock drive shafts front and rear going out to the new Meus Racing Isokinetic V2 TRX4M axles. Now these things are great. You've got nice metal components all throughout here. We got brass diff covers front and rear, heavy brass knuckles in the front, and of course you get that ultra gnarly steering angle, the 52 degrees of steering angle, which I do get some rubbing at full lock on that slider. Looking at the V2 axles against the V1s here, you can see you get the different housing. We get the rounded style housing here as opposed to the diamond housing that was in the previous versions. Like the V2 SCX24 axles, we get different shoulder screws here. Otherwise, I think they're virtually identical. You get the multi-position servo mount with this kit, which is really nice. Servo and axle design, lay down servo and axle design for the M. So really, really sharp axles here from Meus. All right, here we are on the corner scales with the RNDRC build. Check out this weight distribution here. We got 63% front, 37% rear. Total weight just about 639 grams with the 2S battery on the slider. Great, great weight distribution on this. Right on the side hill. Starting to slide. What's that, 54? Looked like on the side hill. Now the vertical. Like many of my TRX4M builds, I'm gonna have to hold the throttle to keep this thing from rolling. It's trying to crawl here. There we go. 40. 50. Oh, starting to slide a little bit. 55. Starting to lift. 60. Right there. All right, I think that's it for the build. This was a very simple, straightforward, and fun project to do, and it came out great. So let's go hit the rocks and I'll show you this in action. Check it out, guys. First run with the RNDRC TRX4M. I'm super stoked for this. This came out great. Took me a while to get the electronics sorted out, which I'm still not super happy with. I gotta do something with the ESC. That purple Viper, struggling a little bit. I'd like to get the fat Viper in here, but we'll see. It's doing pretty good. Running this on 2S. I feel it works better with that motor. The width of this truck, keeping it nice and planted. Got those Meus V2 axles on it, looking great. Oh, look at that. Nice. Coming through Bicycle Bridge, which was just recently conquered by an SCX24. That was the first Mini I've had do this whole section. It was the Coupe RC long boy there, managed to get through it. We'll see if the M here can get it done. The hand of God and reset here, so it's going off the edge. Let's see if I can get. You can see that ESC's giving out on me there. Every time it comes up against some heavy resistance there, it just cuts out. We were gonna get through, I had to help it there. Oh, I'm stuck with the ESC again. There we go, we made it. Chassis feels really good on this, and the thing is stable. Oh, big hole there. We made it out. Big decline here. What's my approach gonna be? If I come over here a little bit more. like it. We'll go around the other side and use the stability here. Oh. The width of this thing, able to kind of straddle this gap. I'm gonna make it up, yes. Those Proline shocks feeling pretty good. I was a little worried initially they were gonna be too stiff, but they actually feel good on the chassis here. This whole thing feels really good for a first pass. Look at that thing climb, nice. So I cut my favorite mini spots here. I'm losing daylight, so I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but this thing's super fun. Really good for a first run with it. Nice with that width again, floating through there, nice. Try some hard stuff over here. Again, we'll try the notch, undefeated. Let's see if this new M can do it. I can get that line up there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, just because the electronics really give me a hard time here. Oh, maybe, maybe. Oh. Oh, I thought I had it. Oh, see that? Look, man. All right, one more try. I'm on 3S now. We'll see if this makes a difference. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I just can't get lined up properly. Nope, I'm going to take the bypass. So the notch still undefeated. 3S didn't do much for this. Just can't get lined up properly. And when I do get to a position where I feel like I can bump out, that ESC gives out on me. Kind of forgive any lack of performance because it looks so good. Oh my gosh, but it still performs great. I'm super happy with this thing. If I get the electronics sorted out, this will be an absolute unit. But the decline's doing pretty good on the decline here. Let's get... Oh man, I'll say it's heavy in the nose. I felt it on that one. So there's not much in the rear of this thing at all. And on the declines, I can feel that. Seems to be a pretty common theme with my high performance builds lately is that I've got too much weight in the front. So I need to go with a more balanced approach, I think. with these going forward.
My shoes are freezing.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
It's so hot.
I'm gonna get out of here in a minute. Just wanna go up this last section and we can jet. There we go. Oh, I thought I was gonna shoot right up that. Well, maybe. There we go. This is probably one of my best TRX4M builds I've got, I think. The breakover and the way this chassis moves and everything, it's really good. I'm super happy with this.
What do you mean? This is pretty good too, Daddy.
It is good.
Yeah, I just got over the rock that you had a kind of hard time over.
So I almost wish I had a longer wheelbase.
A longer wheelbase? Hey, that's
electronics giving out on me there. No, I think what's going on with my ESC here. Come on, there it goes. All right, I'm gonna come up here and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
The guys have built this up, little mini area here. This wasn't here before. This is a nice spot for the little ones. Oh, it goes all the way down on the other side too. Let's see if I can finish it and then we'll call it quits. Electronics are driving me crazy on this thing.
When I get home, I'm having hot chocolate.
It's a good idea.
My feet are pretty much frozen. No.
There we go. This is a nasty decline here. I expect it will likely flip over forwards and go down the hill.
And that is also a drop.
Yep, that's why I'm hoping you can help me.
Drop right there. Like you're going straight, pretty much. Oh, you're gonna fall into a drop. So.
Ooh.
That might be a hole. There's a hole. That right next to that is a giant drop.
Big hole here too. Oh, jeez.
You fell down that giant drop. Oh. My hands are in my pocket. It's so cold.
Oh man, it just have no force there. I just need that ESC, give me a little bit more. There we go, there we go. We're gonna get out of here. Nice, all right, that was a good way to wrap it up. Let's get out of here, big guy. All right guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the video today. Really liked this build. Had a lot of fun with this. So much fun to put something together quickly and easily and have it perform the way it does. So big shout out to Ruben over at RC Reloaded and RNDRC. So glad I was finally able to put this together. I've been sitting on it for forever. I've still got some work to do with the electronics. I got to get that ESC sorted out. But the rest of the build, I think, is a great combination of aesthetics and performance. This chassis is really slick. If you're a hardcore builder and you're looking for a lot of adjustment, a lot of customization, might leave a little bit to be desired given that you've only got one place for shocks. You don't have any adjustment for your linkage or anything like that. But overall, I do think this is one of my most favorite TRX4M builds that I've ever done. Just an awesome combination of aesthetics and performance here. Just my style. So guys, I'll put a link in the description down below and all the parts that we used in this video. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the RNDRC build here? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.